Reason being that we actually get a chance to do this is really by the grace of our tourism tax dollars that come into play here in Dent County that allow us to try and do this event for the very first time ever in streaming this event live, so people who can't make it to the event or may have somebody running in the event get a chance to actually see what's going on. So we're going to be talking about the people running in the event. We're going to be doing some interviews with those people. We're actually going to be seeing them run. We're going to introduce them as they start coming into the finish line and get a chance to possibly chat with them afterwards and get their opinion of how they thought the run went. So you've got a 5K, you got a 10K, so you're going to have staggered people coming in at different times. I think it's going to be an exciting event because when you have people that are running competitively, obviously, you never know what they're going to say when they get done. Are they really looking around and seeing what's around them, or are they just concentrating on the road? I always like to get people's ideas because when you do compete, sometimes you get so focused that you only see the 5 steps in front of you or whatever. But sometimes people who are just enjoying the run, they get a chance to open their eyes to a whole new world out there in Salem that maybe they just don't know. And that's going to be our big part of this, is actually being able to confer with these people when they get done running and actually have a chance to cool down and just start asking them some questions. What did you see on your run? Or how did you run? How did you think the race was? Was it competitive? Do you think that the route was a good route? You know, get their opinions, and then afterwards we'll find out we put it all together and just see, you know, what they do for the Heroes Marathon, which has been such a great success. You know, that we want this to kind of tie into that. And this being the first annual 5K, 10K, we're looking forward to getting bigger and bigger every year, and we hope to be doing this exact same thing again the next year.
First time that we are streaming 5K, 10K here in Salem. We thank all of you for being with us here on KSMO Media. We hope you'll enjoy the race, have a good time, and we'll be broadcasting your running, so we hope you will enjoy our little get-together here today, and possibly something you've never seen before. So let's get started. Good morning. Glad you are here. My name is Dan Stevens, and I'm going to be kind of your MC for this race today, and we'll be going over the awards later on today. I'll be doing that as well as getting this started. We're honored to have you here for the very first Salem 5K and 10K. Give yourselves a round of applause for being part of the first 5K, 10K. Well, we hope everybody has an enjoyable time doing this. We do want to make you aware of some rules, though. So one thing we want to make everybody aware and clear on is this is not a closed course. This course is open. There will be traffic. The Salem Police Department will be positioned at each busy intersection to help you cross the highway safely. Also, there will be directional signs at each major turn on the course, along with course marshals to make sure that you turn at the correct locations. There will also be 3 aid stations available for the 10K and 1 available for the 5K. There will be water and lemon lime Gatorade available. If you do need first aid today, each aid station has a first aid kit. So be sure to thank the volunteers that have come out to make this event possible and make it a success. From packet pickup, of course, marshals, first responders, all the people out there at the water stations, we thank all of them for making this possible. And of course, the sponsors who are underwriting the cost of this event, either by donation, contribution of their services and time, and by all the suppliers. Once you cross the finish line, be sure to stick around and see if you won an award for your age group. Also, check out the vendors that are there set up for the courthouse square. They'll be down there for your possible shopping pleasure. And the Healthy Dent County Color Run will begin at 10 o'clock, as I mentioned, in front of the courthouse lawn. Now, if you're not registered for that event, you can also do that right after the race today in the Bank of Salem Courtesy Room after you've crossed the finish line. John?
Thank you everyone for coming today. This is going to be our first annual Run Salem 5K, 10K, and later we'll have the Healthy Nick County Family Fun Color Run that start at 10 o'clock in front of the courthouse. All the proceeds from this event will go towards the future trail system for our community to improve the health and quality of life here. Thanks again for coming today, and have a great race.
So to get things started this time, we ask you to remove your hats, direct your attention to Mr. David Hancock. We're going to come out about and his singing of the Star Spangled Banner. David Hancock.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
How are you, David? Got a little hot there, didn't we? Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. At this time, we'd like to ask the senior pastor at First Baptist Church, Mr. Joel Hayward, to say a prayer before we get started.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for this beautiful day. God, thank you for each and every person who's come out this morning to be able to participate in this run. God, thank you for our bodies that make us able to just enjoy your creation. God, I pray that every runner would stay safe this morning, that they would have a good time, and God, that we would glorify you in everything that we say and everything that we do. God, we love you. We thank you for Jesus. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. We are less than 5 minutes away from the beginning of the race. So if you want to, get ready to line up. 5K, 10K starts at 8 o'clock. And we'll be here to tell you when in just about 4 minutes.
Last chance to loosen up a little bit. We're about a minute and a half away from the beginning of the race. We appreciate it this time, and the runners will start moving up to where the cones are here. The more competitive runners, please come to the front. Those of you who are supporting the event, kind of stay right behind them and then let them take off. So we're just moments away from the beginning of the race. So again, please move toward the cones up here where the split-second timing is very prevalent in the middle of 4th Street downtown. I don't think I've ever drove through that before. So that's kind of interesting. Not a good idea. All righty. Well, again, we thank all of you for registering and being part of this year's 5K and 10K. We're just moments away. We want to thank the Salem Police Department. We see Chief Joe Chase and his officers over there. We thank them for being part of this. And, of course, the Salem Running Club, who put on this event. Fantastic event. So here we go. Ready to go? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! And as the racers are making their way, they'll be all the way down to 4th Street where the 5Kers will make a left at Pershing. The 10Kers will continue on to the right before heading up 3rd Street towards Iron Mountain Road. So good luck to all the runners and all those supporting the runners and walkers today in the 5K and 10K. So here we are on 4th Street downtown, and we are going to be showing some interviews that have been done by a number of community leaders as well as people involved with the Salem 5K and 10K. Let's just do the very first interview that we were able to do, and this was all done at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, and we want to thank all those who were able to come down and be a part of those interviews. And they're going to talk about this event, the Run Salem event. Let's check that interview out.
So the Run Salem event was a idea from Sean Bolerjack, who is a great community member and a great friend of Healthy Dent County. And he's also in charge of the Heroes Marathon that's so successful in our community.
The beginning of this, I went to a race in a nearby community where they had a 4-mile run, and that event started and finishes in downtown. So they brought in 500 plus runners. That inspired me to start a conversation with some folks in our community about, hey, I think we can pull this off in our community and we can have it benefit some cause or something in our community. I got with my running friends, and which is the Salem Running Club, and also got with Healthy Dent County, and we created this race committee to talk about, you know, what kind of races do we want to have here, where do we want to start, finish, what cause do we want to support.
So Sean wanted to get more local people involved, people that can't necessarily do the whole marathon in November kind of thing. But he also had the idea of raising money for a future trail system. There's not a lot of a trail system around here, and we'd like to have that, kind of like Rolla has, St. James has. And so the funds that'll be raised for this will just go, we'll save and we'll keep until we can, you know, get grants and things like that to build a trail system in our community.
As we met a few months ago, one of the things that we talked about was planning a 5K, 10K, and also a color run for this race to not only get adults involved, but to get kids involved too. And that kind of started this whole process of the Run Salem 5K, 10K, and Healthy Dent County Color Run. So we've talked about it for multiple months, and I've actually thought of it for a couple of years, but to actually get people together and actually start talking about it, we started in December. And we had to look at the event calendar for our community. Okay, what events could, we don't want to interfere with other big events. So we had to look at that and see which time we thought made the most sense. And, you know, first of all, you have to kind of get a race committee put together. You've got people from different perspectives that have really good ideas to help an event run smoothly.
So when Sean came to us for, you know, the idea of the Run Salem, the 5K, 10K, and I'm like, you know, we need to get kids involved. We need a color run. Those are so fun for the entire family. You know, the point of the color run is not distance. It's not, you know, how fast you can run anything. A lot of people walk. Parents come and bring the kids in the stroller even. So the color run is going to be so fun to get the whole family involved. And so we're hoping the 5K, 10K runners will then get done with their run, and then their family would join them for the color runs for just a really fun event. These kinds of events that are just that the whole family can enjoy.
But to plan a race like this, you know, you're going to have a website to where people can go online to register for the event. You'll also have to create flyers to help advertise the program. In our case here in Dent County, if you want to help pay for those advertisements, you have to meet with tourism committee and propose how you would spend some of those money and how it would benefit Dent County for tourism.
So we help promote and advertise for the event. We do a lot of advertising outside of our area that brings tourist visitors and people interested in these events into the community. When you're bringing in a big event like this, you want people to utilize the visitor center and the chamber, because usually in most communities we know that there's a chamber or a visitor center and they're just that local hub of information. We are part of a District 9 chamber, and so we do have meetings with some of our other chamber members and just bounce ideas off them, what's working, what kind of events they're hosting. We have relationships with some of our close ones, so if they're doing an event, we help advertise for it, because we know if people are coming into their community, there's a chance that they're going to go ahead and drop into our community.
You have to get street closure requests from the city. You know, if you're going to block off certain streets in town, you have to coordinate with local law enforcement to make sure that the crossing points for the 10K and 5K participants, especially on a high traffic street and highway, make sure it's going to be safe enough for them to cross over on those.
We know for Run Salem, we're blocking off some streets in the beginning, but during the main part of the run, the streets won't be closed, you know, and so if there's something you need for that to help with traffic control, that's a role of the city. I know our police department has been wonderful. Our chief of police has been great about, okay, what do we need to do for traffic flow and blocking things off? You know, if you have an idea for an event, the city really is there as that support role, both myself as well as the city in general, to support you in whatever you need to make that successful.
And so we're thankful to have the Salem Police Department helping us out with that on race day. You have to get your volunteers, you have to recruit the volunteers in.
You've heard the saying that it takes a village to run an event or things like that, and it truly does. So I've been working on finding people to host water stations. We've got 3 set up along the course for the Run Salem event. Those are hosted by the Riverways Credit Union, First Baptist Church, and then the SBU students have a community program that they do with in the college, and so they are hosting one as well. The course marshals, what they do is they stand at certain points along the race, and it might be at an intersection to cross the street, or at a point that is just could be a little confusing as you're running along, and so they will stand there and then direct the runners which direction they're supposed to go so nobody gets lost. As far as leading up to the event, I am in charge of a Couch to 5K program, helping people train and prepare themselves for this race if they choose to do that. It's been a great program. It truly is a Couch to 5K. We start fairly basic and work our way up and build on that so that they're ready.
For the last several months, I've been on the planning committee for the Run Salem event, and been meeting about monthly to talk about the things we want to achieve through the Run Salem event and how that needs to happen. And then for the actual event, I'll be at the start and finish line, helping everything run smoothly there for the runners who are starting, for the runners who finish, and then we'll also have some vendors there that'll be there for the runners and their families. So runners can purchase food items, or there's going to be our County Road coffee that'll be there, and so they'll be able to purchase coffee, drinks, and things like that after they finish running. But also family members who come to support the runners will have something that they can do there. They can go and purchase food or drinks before or after the race.
Well, my role in the Run Salem event will actually be to be the MC at the end and the beginning of the race. We'll be calling the race live this year. It's the very first time an event like this in Salem or any surrounding areas, as far as I know, has been carried live on a video stream anywhere, and we're going to try and make it seem seamless in our attempt to bring the public a chance to actually see an event of this type live on a video stream here in Salem.
So that's a lot of stuff you have to think about when planning a 5K, 10K.
Thanks, Sean Bowler-Jack, and a whole bunch of people on planning the roles of this. Also, Sherry Lee, Tabitha Utley, also Sally Burbridge, Lindsay Case, David Hancock. Everybody involved in that interview. It takes a lot to put an event like this on, and we do appreciate all the extra work put out by a lot of different people to make it even possible. We're going to take a 2-minute break and come back with more of the Salem 5K, 10K when we return in just 2 minutes.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Okay, we're going to take a little remote shot out to the Salem High School and show you the first runners of 5K coming through that area, coming up the hill from 3rd Street on the Tiger Pride Drive, and they will make their way over to Dilworth Lane and then be coming back towards Rollo Road. So as you can see, the runners are making their way up 3rd Street, and it's a nice long hill from Missouri Avenue and 3rd all the way up to the top of the parking lots of the Salem High School. And so you'll see those runners continue to trickle in, some more coming into the background, and you'll see a nice contingent of people here for the Salem 5K and 10K as we continue to bring you coverage right here on KSMO Media. We hope you're enjoying the Salem 5K, 10K. We've had a couple of technical issues. It's the first time. That always does seem to happen. But as we continue to watch the people progress towards the finish line, it'll be exciting when they do come across the line. We expect the first finishers to be here in just about another 10 minutes or so. So as they make their way up 3rd Street, some of the people just out to support the Salem 5K and 10K. They're not racing for times. They're just enjoying the walk and the run here in Salem. So we hope you're enjoying it as well, watching the people who are supporting the Salem Running Club and the Salem 5K and 10K. And we'll be making other remote showings as we move on this morning on the 5K and 10K. And again, we all want to thank the Salem Police Department and their efforts in helping keep the intersections and going to be open for these runners to get across safely, and also in clearing the way and making it out. Also want to thank all the volunteers who put the signs up this morning. They had to get out at about 5 o'clock and get those signs put up so that these runners could all know where they're running. And we do appreciate all of their efforts as well. As you continue to see runners coming up down 3rd Street and up 3rd Street, which is then called Tiger Pride Drive at the high school. And again, they're making their way over to Dilworth Lane. We'll have other remote shots that we're going to be coming to as well throughout the morning, so we hope you'll enjoy that. Again, this is the Salem 5K, 10K. We're streaming it live here on KSMO Media, and we do appreciate those who are with us streaming and those who will watch it later on. We really do thank you. And I want to thank the Salem Running Club for their efforts in putting this together. And we also want to thank the Dent County Tourism Tax Committee for making this possible for us to do this on this very first time, and kind of getting a trial run for the Heroes Marathon, which we hope to be bringing to you come November. This is kind of our dry run for that. So here's you are watching here on
your stream on YouTube, on KSMO Facebook page, or on ksradio.com. You're seeing the runners and joggers and other walkers even moving toward that Missouri Avenue 3rd Street intersection as they continue to climb the hill towards the Dilworth Lane area. So we continue to support them. Good luck, guys, all the way through. Do want to tell you a little bit, excuse me, about the importance of a lot of these different events that we have. And one of those events is just we were going to go to earlier. We ended up going to a different interview. But I want to talk about the Run Salem events. And we're going to have that interview right now here on KSMO Media. And you'll be able to still see the video for a short period of time before we move to our next remote location. Run Salem.
So the Run Salem event was a idea from Sean Bolerjack, who is a great community member and a great friend of Healthy Dent County. And he's also in charge of the Heroes Marathon that's so successful in our community.
The beginning of this, I went to a race in a nearby community where they had a 4-mile run, and that event started and finishes in downtown. So they brought in 500 plus runners. That inspired me to start a conversation with some folks in our community about, hey, I think we can pull this off in our community and we can have it benefit some cause or something in our community. I got with my running friends, and which is the Salem Running Club, and also got with Healthy Dent County, and we created this race committee to talk about, you know, what kind of races do we want to have here, where do we want to start, finish, what cause do we want to support.
So Sean wanted to get more local people involved, people that can't necessarily do the whole marathon in November kind of thing. But he also had the idea of raising money for a future trail system. There's not a lot of a trail system around here, and we'd like to have that, kind of like Rolla has, St. James has. And so the funds that'll be raised for this will just go, we'll save and we'll keep until we can, you know, get grants and things like that to build a trail system in our community.
As we met a few months ago, one of the things that we talked about was planning a 5K, 10K, and also a color run for this race to not only get adults involved, but to get kids involved too. And that kind of started this whole process of the Run Salem 5K, 10K, and Healthy Dent County Color Run.
I want to thank Sean and Sherry for that Run Salem event. They give you a lot of good detail right there about Run Salem itself, and so we do appreciate them and taking the time to sit down with us and give us some information about that. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We're going to come back and keep you up to date on the Salem 5K, 10K when we return in 1 minute. Thank you for joining us.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Here's end of summer savings at K&H Auto Supply in Salem. Get Turtle Wax Ceramic Wash and Wax or Ceramic Spray Coating, $13.99 each. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner for $4.99 and Purple Power Hand Cleaner for $2.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Looking for a local place to buy fresh herbs for your tea? Stop by Magic Herbs in Salem at 109 West 4th Street, where you'll find a variety of jewelry, t-shirts, and candles. Ask about the membership club that gets you free entry into daily events and the ability to buy food from their kitchen. Club members can enjoy free Wi-Fi and coffee too. Call for all the details at 573-453-2221. Magic Herbs is open 7 days a week in downtown Salem. Well, as we are here, 4th Street downtown, our first runners are actually coming through, and the first runners will be making their way here right around Washington Street, then down 4th Street, and they're making the turn right now. It won't be long before the first of the 5K runners are coming in, and here they come. right down the middle of 4th Street. And they are our first and second placers. And they're going exactly even. Nobody's going to get ahead. Oh, no, we always had to get a winner. And there's the first arrivers of the Salem 5K. They have emerged 23 minutes into the run, so we thank them. And we still have many other runners out on the course, as we see a few that are emerging up around the post office right now, so we will continue to bring you live coverage. So we're going to break away again, and we'll give you a little bit of Rollo Road, the coverage on that site, but we'll also cut back here as more runners emerge downtown. Want to thank everybody. Sure, that's fine. Well, as you are noticing, we had our third runner come in, and now our fourth runner come in to the finish line here in the Salem 5K. So we are waiting for more runners to come through, but we also have some live coverage out off of Rollo Road, and we're going to be bouncing back and forth as the runners continue to make their way toward the finish line. We appreciate Krista Webb being able to be mobile and getting around and providing you with some auxiliary coverages of the Salem 5K, and also we'll have some of the 10K as well as we move forward. Four in, we still have plenty more to go in the Salem 5K. But as of the last few minutes, haven't seen too many. I do see one or two people now coming across the 4th Street front at the post office, so we'll have some more runners coming this way in the very near future toward the finish line. But in the meantime, we have some coverage out off of Rollo Road that we see a few more runners still making their way up that long, long hill. That'll take a lot out of you. If you've never run that trail before, I mean, it is very, very steep and a long hill to boot. We are still down at the finish line here at the Salem 5K, and we are waiting. Another runner is getting ready to make their way around Washington Street, and here they come, moving towards the finish line. And he's putting on a sprint to try and get there and get his best time of 27:29. We'll be giving you, by the way, at the end of the race, a list of the winners in the 5K and 10K, and they are individualized by age group and different things of that nature. So a good effort there by that young man, giving it all he had coming down the stretch. That's what every coach will tell you, to give it your best in the last 50, 60, 70 yards. So if you are competing with somebody, you have that little extra push to get you across the finish line. In the meantime, switching back toward our Rollo Road location, you'll see a lot more of those runners still making the trek up that hill. It's a dandy one, and I'm telling you, when you're getting near the end of a race for the first time, if you've never run a 5K, You're on basically your fourth leg of that. I'm going to call about 2.5 miles in, and that last climb just seems like forever for you to get up, especially if you're a little bit tired and a little bit winded in the race. But we've had 5 come across already, and we're waiting for many more still in the Salem 5K and 10K. As you can see right now, still some runners on the Rollo Road camera making their way up that hill. And we do thank again Krista for being out there at that location and getting those shots for you so you can see just how hard it is to run a 5K and a 10K. But we want to thank all those runners or no runners, and also the people are walking this course for participating in the Salem 5K 10K. It's the first annual event, and they're looking forward to continuing this tradition as we do go on and help raise funds for that Salem trail system they'd like to be putting in. And of course, you have to start somewhere, and this will be the foundation for that. We have a runner coming across 4th Street now, a couple of runners actually coming their way, so they'll be nearing the finish line here in the next minute or so, and we'll be keeping our eye on them. Again, it's the Salem 5K finishers coming through, the 10Kers. They're down around the Country Mart area, and we'll be trying to pick up some coverage on them as they make the back trek here in the very, very near future. And as we watch more and more runners coming across the intersection of 4th Street and Jackson, right where our post office is, as well as the Salem Public Library, they're making their way across, and we'll have a couple of runners finishing up here. I would imagine here in just the next few seconds they'll be making the turn onto Washington Street. 5 runners in on the Salem 5K. We're now at the 30-minute mark, and we do expect that runner to come around any moment now. And here they come, making the turn, neck and neck for 5th and 6th place. And a good, nice run. We really appreciate all those. Good job in just 30.43 seconds and 30.44 seconds. The last 2 finishers as far as, 30 minutes and 42 seconds, not 30 seconds, not that fast. And here comes yet another runner finishing up. A youngin this time coming through. We always appreciate the youngsters getting involved in the running of the Salem Running Club as well. So we have many, many more runners that'll be coming in. Right now we're getting a little lull. We have one more that made the turn, going to make its way through. Making their way in on the 5K. We really appreciate all of our runners. While we're waiting for more finishers, let's jump to another short interview, and they're going to be discussing the Salem Running Club. Let's go to that interview right now as we'll continue to watch for finishers here on the Salem 5K side. Let's go to that interview now.
When I started running in my running journey, I needed somebody to hold me accountable and keep me going. And so I heard about the running club here in Salem and reached out to them. And we would meet every morning at 5 o'clock and run through the streets of Salem in the dark and just have a good time and enjoy the camaraderie and just the running community. If you've never been a part of it, is a very welcoming community. There's any age, size, you name it. We're all so different, but running brings us together.
Salem Running Club is pretty much just a group of friends that enjoy getting out and running different races. And since we love going to other races, we decided, why don't we have one in our backyard here?
So there's about 3 of us on the planning committee that are within that Salem Running Club, and we run together quite often. When I first moved to Salem 5 years ago, Lindsay, who's also a part of that club, works with me at First Baptist Salem, and Sean is a member of our church, and he's in that club as well. And we've just created great friendships by going to other run events throughout the Ozarks and running together locally here in town to prepare for those events. And so we just enjoy our time together and enjoy doing these type things together.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate all those kind words about the running club. And as we get done with that interview, we have a couple of runners that are going to be finishing up, coming across the sidewalks. This is the 5K runners. You can tell by the yellow placard that they wear on their chest. And they continue to come through, and we do appreciate it. There's a lot of younger people involved, but don't think that the older people are involved either. There's a whole bunch of them that were in the crowd this morning. And we continue to see groups making their way toward the finish line. We thank them. We have another runner making their way in. It's going to be coming into view in just a second. Looks like David Hancock's wife actually coming through, Nicole, and she's making her way in. Good job by Nicole Hancock. Just one of the many runners here in the Salem 5K and 10K. And really want to thank everybody who registered for both. And, of course, we have a color run that we're not going to be streaming, but that's going to be happening at the Duncan County Courthouse at 10 this morning. Also a fundraiser for these trails and activities that are going on with the Salem Running Club. Really appreciate all that. And as the runners continue to come across, we thank them and watch their times, getting about 34 minutes, 55 seconds. "35 minutes in, and we're seeing a lot more of the 5Kers making their way toward the finish line. Really appreciate their efforts today. And at the end of the finish line, they have water for them or Gatorade, whichever they prefer. And we'll be awarding the awards for the 5K as well as 10K right around 9 o'clock or so. And so we'll be doing that right here from 4th Street, downtown Salem. We continue to see runners come in on the 5K. They'll continue to trickle in for a while. And again, now we're 36 minutes in to the marathon. So continue to watch the progression move forward. But again, congratulations to all those who've already come across and the many more still on the way. Miss Salem is here, by the way, to be a part of the awards presentation. And now we've got a little race coming down here between two young ladies. Who's going to win this one? They're neck and neck. And 5:25 comes in just a split second in front of the other young lady. And they're also dressed in their white, and I'm sure they're going to be heading to that color run we just talked about here moments ago. And the crowd that is around, whooping it up for those that are coming in, finishing strong here in the Salem 5K. And I'm sure we may be seeing some 10Kers making their way through here in the very, very near future as well. Some of those who are a little bit more strategic in their running. As I mentioned, all ages, Coach Bill Schuchart from Salem Tigers here, making his way through. Ex-Salem football coach, the football stadium named after Coach Schuchart, involved in the Salem 5K, 10K this year. And another runner coming across the Salem 5K. We got 2 more following in. There are going to be many, many more coming in. These are actually from the 10K. So they're coming in for the 10K, or at least signed up for the 10K. Maybe they ran the 5K, but they are here nonetheless finishing up. So we're going to take a little remote shot if you're watching your screen, going out towards the old fairground area. Seeing some 10K runners out that way making their way through. And as you're watching your video stream, you see a flag bearer coming through with the American flag running. And boy, if that's not a tribute to what this is all about, just don't really know what is. And we thank them, these 5K and 10K runners. We really, really appreciate that. And here comes a 10K runner. He is on his way in, and he's going to finish in 39:55 right at the finish line. He came in with a burst of speed. These guys that do this and really love to run, and you can tell those that are very fluid in their running. You tell people that are just getting into the running club. Doesn't matter if you're an experienced runner or you're just starting. Being part of the running club is a lot of fun. You work with a lot of great people. You talk with a lot of great people. They got a lot of great tips for you as well to help you in your running. Getting started, if you're advanced, if you're just kind of in the middle, doesn't matter. They really love to have all the different people coming in and being a part of the running club. So as you're watching on Grand, still a few more runners making their way through on the 10K. So we are doing this stream live, and we hope you're enjoying it. We're going to continue to be here. We will be here for the presentation of the awards as well on the KSMO stream. And so we hope you have enjoyed what you've seen so far. We've still got a lot more to go here on the Salem 5K and 10K, as the 5K runners are still coming through. The 10K runners are now starting to emerge through, and we'll take remote shots. So while we're waiting for more runners to come through, we'll keep you on a picture within a picture. We're going to take another short interview. I think we're going to actually, on this one, talk a little bit about the Salem Trail System. So we hope you enjoyed this interview and getting more information why this 5K and 10K is being held right here in Salem.
I think it was 2018. I was part of the visioning committee for the city of Salem. We had students from Drury University in Springfield come up, and they put on this public meeting where citizens came in. You know, they talked about what they like to see. They had paper posted up around the room, and they put in stickers on them of which ones was priority to them and what they would like to see. And two of the things that we talked about there that was kind of a priority is kind of what this event is covering. One is doing more events in downtown, which is the heart of the community. And then the other one was having a trail system to improve health and improve the quality of life here. So all the proceeds from this event will go towards a fund for a future trail system in our community. And there's a lot of benefits to having a trail in your community. We have a couple trails in town But what we'd like to see
As you're
is,
watching this
to
young man,
have,
he's flying up here,
a lot
part of the
more
5K.
mileage,
He's going to beat
of
everybody else
trails
in the
our
family.
community.
That's just great.
And it'll take time to develop a big trail system like you'll see in nearby communities like
Mom's
Rolla.
pushing him.
But what we wanted to do is
Carla
just
and
get a
the
start
entire
on
family
that
running.
and start planning
Great to see.
on creating.
Finishing up here at the 5K in 43 minutes, 32 seconds. And that's great to have the whole family involved in the Salem 5K and 10K.
More trails for our community.
There are statistics that show that property values increase if property is abut or along a trail system in a community. There are also statistics that show the health factors of having trail systems. It's also one of the key words in economic development is quality of life. So trail development, events in your community, what are things for you to do in your community? That's all quality of life factors. And so encouraging these types of events just helps make Salem more of the place you want to be and want to live.
And our goal is to have local trails throughout Salem that more people can become active in walking and running and be able to experience the beauty that's within our area. So like one of the trails we're looking at doing, we'd like to incorporate a trail that would go from town to Shawnee Mac Lakes, where there's already a trail system set up, but then people could walk from town and then enjoy the beauty of those lakes. So I think that's a very neat part about this race, is that we'll be able to hopefully eventually install that trail system.
It's kind of a beginning of a new era with the running clubs of Salem is trying to get different events started. And we really want people to try and find out different avenues in Salem. Now, kind of the pun is not supposed to be there, but different avenues of finding ways to have the youth and other people who come into town have options to do different things. For years and years, it's always been, well, we don't have anything to do for the young people. There's nothing to do for those who come in town. They don't know where to go, not enough parks, not enough trails. The idea is let's start putting those trails together. Let's start finding areas that people can enjoy doing things together with, family events.
People moving to our area, they love all we have to offer outdoors. And events like this just builds on that, and fundraising for the new trail system is going to be a great asset for our community members, and our tourists alike.
Healthy Dick County built a trail around the upper elementary school in Salem, and so several community members use that. Teachers use it as an outdoor classroom. There's not a lot of a trail system around here, and we'd like to have that, kind of like Rolla has, St. James has. And so the funds that'll be raised for this will just go, we'll save and we'll keep until we can, get grants and things like that to build a trail system in our community.
Well, we are back up at a remote location back toward the Salem High School. Got some 10Kers that have been coming through. We've had a few 10Kers already cross the finish line. And so we're moving in the right direction. No doubt about that toward the end. We have a couple more young ladies making their way through. We have more on the way. I know that I saw them walk across 4th Street, so a lot more of the 5Kers are finishing up. And that 10K run, we've had, I think now 5 people from 10K have made their way through totally, as you see more. And you may see some more coming up here in just a little bit. We'll pass on to that once we see some runners again here as they come through. See another runner making his way in. And a couple of more from the 5K making their way toward the finish line. If you've never run a 5K or 10K, it definitely is something for you to try, but don't just get off the couch and try it. You definitely need to start working your way toward it. It does take a little bit of time, and we appreciate all those who have come out here to participate. Whether you walk or run, it doesn't matter, as long as you get up and get out there and get that metabolism going, as some of the 5Kers are making their way here toward the finish line. So as we're watching a couple of people coming down 4th Street here on the 5K finish, toward the 5K and 10K finish line, which is sponsored by Split Second Timing. And again, we want to thank them for all the great work that they're doing. Adam Zervos and his assistant Andrew, they do a tremendous job. Have worked very, very well and with the Salem Running Club and getting this set up, and have been just a pleasure to work with us as well. And so we look forward to continuing that relationship with them in the future as we continue to try and bring you these events here on KSMO Media. It's been different. We really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, and I did have somebody ask me why I didn't have a helmet camera and run with them. I kind of thought that was kind of crazy, but if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to do this right now. That was a lot of fun. But you always have a good time. It's always good to know the people that are here and enjoying it and waiting around for the awards to be presented here in the finish line at 4th Street, downtown Salem. Don't forget the color run will begin at 10 o'clock. I'll be further downtown. If you're watching this live and you're in town or near town, that's a great fun time for the whole family. So you can still register for that. You can register for that over the Bank of Salem courtesy room right here on 4th Street. You will have to park in a different location because this part of 4th Street is closed off for the run here, the 5K and 10K. So you will have to park on the back side in the Bank of Salem parking lot or on the city parking lot behind on 3rd Street, and then walk your way over and sign up for the color run, or you can probably wait until a little bit longer right before the color run and sign up at the location. So we do have remote cameras set up over there. You will see that still some of the 10Kers are coming in. They're a little bit more spread out than the 5Kers were. And so you'll see an occasional one. Our flag bearer has made his way back toward the high school. Still has may seem like a long way to go, but with that 10K, yeah, he'll be making his way down towards Dilworth Lane, then towards Rolla Road, and then back up towards the finish line. So we thank all those who are putting that effort in and doing the hard work to make it happen. We have another 10Ker coming in and some 5Kers right behind. We appreciate all of them coming in. See, old and young being part of the 5K, 10K, and it's great to see the youngins salute their moms and dads and grandmas for running, coming in. They're all pumped up and filled with joy, and that's what this is all about. Fun, having a good time, a little bit of competition out there as well, but maybe just finding parts of the city you just never even knew existed. Salem 5K, 10K, and we still have Chris out there at the high school. Again, the 10Kers are coming in a little slower than the 5Kers. Didn't have as many register for that, but don't forget, this is going to be an annual event. So we hope you couldn't make it this year on Memorial Day. Let's make it next year, make it an event, a 5K, 10K event. Let's go back towards 3rd Street, see if we can pick somebody up that way. We will be presenting the awards at probably in about 10 to 15 minutes as more people do arrive, probably closer to 10, as they will have the awards for the top finishers. Another 10Ker making his way in from the starting line to the finish line. It's amazing. It's the same place, but boy, it's a long trip in between. No doubt about that. Still coming around the corner, another 10Kers making his way in. A couple more 5Kers have made the cross of the street at 4th Street. And it looks like Mark Howard going by. Mark's been running with the running club here for a few years. We got more 5Kers coming your way. Just Jackie Cisco and them trying to get across. They make their way through. We got more runners coming. Very soon we'll be giving those awards out, compiled by split-second timing. And they will break it down by category, class, age, different things of that nature. So we hope you'll be with us for that. That comes your way very shortly on KSMO Media. Salem 5Kers making their way across that finish line in 54 minutes and 6 seconds. And seemed like they were in a big hurry. They love to do it. They were probably getting a good visual of Salem and Duncan County today on a beautiful Saturday morning, and we hope you get a chance to enjoy it. We've got a lot of awards to present, and that's going to be going on shortly here. Some more racers coming through. 10K making his way in. Another 10K making his way in. And we'll have some more remote coverage for you as that continues. I want to congratulate and salute all the runners who have come out this morning, made the run, finished the run. Don't forget, you have free water and Gatorade down there for them. We're going to be giving away awards here very shortly. And we'll be announcing that with the help of our friends at Split Second Timing. So we'll be presenting those here in just a very, very near future. And as we are watching, and you're getting a chance to see more of the runners coming in, the first female for 10K has made her way in. And we really appreciate that, her efforts today. And this has been very interesting, learning a lot about the running club and different things of that nature. We've had a chance to just visit with some of the people that have been doing this for a long time. And boy, really kind of makes you appreciate these people who are getting their whole families together. And of course, some of the moms and dads that are coming down, they ran the 5K or the 10K, and then they're going to have their children head on down for that color run. That's going to be a lot of fun on the courthouse square starting around 10 o'clock. And those kids, they're going to have a ball, and no doubt about that. They're dressed in those white T-shirts, but they won't be white very long once they go through that color run. They'll be look like a rainbow coming out of there. But that's the whole thing. It's just a lot of fun, and some of the parents will be right there with them. That makes it even more fun to have a family event like that. Again, we want to thank the Salem Running Club. We also want to thank the Denton County Tourism Tax Commission for allowing us to be here to bring you this live in the stream for the very, very first time. And we again thank them for making this possible by working with the Salem Running Club and the City of Salem and making it all happen with the police department, the street department, getting things done, working with the running club to get the signs up and things of that nature. It's a lot of work to go through, and we thank them for making it all possible. And we want to thank Ben and Krista and all of us here at KSMO Media. We want to thank all those people for the extra time they had to put in, because this is a sample run, guys. This is the very first time we've done this, and you know we know we're going to make some mistakes, but we hope by the Heroes Marathon that those mistakes will be rectified, and we will be ready to rock and roll with that and have a lot of fun with that as well. More 5Kers and some 10Kers are coming around up across the street up there, which we get in our view. So we know they're going to be finishing up very shortly, and that'll be just over 1 hour now here as the race has gone. So we're going to be doing some awards here in the very, very near future. We hope you'll be patient for that coming up. As soon as we get a few more runners in, just talked to Adam, and he said once we get enough runners in to give the awards out, we'll be doing that. So we're being very, very patient with them. So So as you're seeing on the remote screen, we have one person coming up on Rollo Road, but we're getting near the end. Our flag bearer is making his way toward the finish line. And we really want to thank everybody who has been a part of the 5K and 10K. And we're just about ready to start doing the awards here, probably in the next 10 minutes. I want to thank her for her efforts in taking that flag. And you just got to love it. She had a little bit of help from a runner with her, kind of getting her that extra little oomph to get through. Sometimes you need that. Somebody come and give you a little push, and that's what it's all about. That's why the Salem Running Club is so good, working with youth and adults and putting them together and giving them in situations where they complement each other. And that is really a fantastic way that they help each other, they push each other, but at the same time, they all know it's good for your health, obviously, but that competitive nature in some people likes to take over, but sometimes you can overdo it. And that's what the neat thing about the running club is. They do things kind of in unison. It really is a wonderful way to be a part of a nice group that works together to achieve a specific goal. That's what it's all about. So if we're getting probably nearer and near to the very end of our 5K, 10K, we're going to be moving toward the awards, and we're going to get those underway here very shortly. So we want you to keep watching the race as we make our way over and start presenting these awards. Getting ready to do the awards. We'll be making our way over there in just a minute. We're trying to make sure we don't feed back in everybody's ears here. So as we make our way over to the awards desk. I want to thank everybody for coming out and being a part of the event today. And trying, Sean, we're trying to try and get this done. Okay, here we go. Well, first off, we have Miss Salem with us. I want to thank Miss Salem for being here. Say hi.
Hello.
A little bit more. Give a little imp into it, like you just ran a 5K or 10K.
Hello.
There we go. All right. Well, first off, I want to thank everybody who participated in this year's event for Salem 5K, 10K. Sean, you've got an overall female champion and an overall male champion. You got all kinds of neat stuff here. So we're going to do the male. All right, our overall male champion for the 5K with a time of 23 minutes, 25.397 seconds is Joel Bates. Come on up, Joel. The 5K top female in the 5K with a time of 23 minutes, 23.432 seconds is Julie Bates. Congratulations to those two. They came neck and neck down to the finish line. So we have categories we're going to pass out awards for, and in the 5K in the 9 and under with a time of 36 minutes, 48.91 seconds. Coming in first place is J.W. Jones. In second place with a time of 43 minutes, 5.714 seconds, is Hawk Phelps. Hawk Phelps. That's 9 and under. And coming in third place in the 9 and under, with a time of 43 minutes, 18.50 seconds, is Jacob Patterson. Third place, 9 under. You got second? You got second. Promise we'll get it to you. In the 5K age group, 10 to 14, coming in first place with a time of 30 minutes, 59.687 seconds, is Gregory Giles. Gregory. In the 10 to 14 age group for the ladies, coming in first with a time of 30.46, 30 minutes, 46.12 seconds, Dolly Johnson. 10 to 14. These girls. And second place in the ladies 10 to 14 with a time of 33 minutes, 45.385 seconds is Daisy Rikas. Congratulations. In the 15 to 19-year-old age bracket for the guys, coming in first with a 27-minute, 25.07 seconds is Eli Brankensick. And for the ladies, 5K in that age bracket, 15 to 19, coming in first is Elena Rikas with a 33-minute, 45-second time. For the men in the age 20 to 29 age bracket, with a time of 34 minutes, 40 seconds, is Cole Laws. And for the ladies in the 20 to 29-year-old age bracket, coming in first with a time of 36 minutes, 37 seconds, is Madison Cross. Coming in that same age bracket for the ladies, 20 to 29, with a time of 36 minutes, 44.268 seconds, is Gracie Redford. And coming in third, with a time of 46 minutes and 39.6 seconds, is Madeline Keith. In the age group 30 to 39 for the guys, with a time of 30 minutes, 33.659 seconds. Taking first is Corey Goodman. Taking second, with a time of 42 minutes, 30.443 seconds, is Eric Bates. For the ladies in the 30 to 39-year-old age bracket, with a time of 25 minutes, 3.424 seconds, taking first is Michelle Beers. Taking second with a time of 34 minutes, 13.4 seconds is Nicole Hancock. And taking third in that age group with 37 minutes and 2 seconds is Bailey Sanders. For the guys in the age bracket of 40 through 49, again, this is for 5K only, with a time of 35 minutes, 32.373 seconds. Coming in first was Jason Jones. For the guys in the 40 to 49-year-old bracket, with a time of 36 minutes and 43.36 seconds, is Jeff Shukart. And taking third in that age group with a time of 44 minutes and 25 seconds is Brandon Rikas. In the 40 to 49-year-old age bracket for the ladies, with a time of 36 minutes, 22.268 seconds. Coming in first is Jamie Jones. Coming in second with a time of 38 minutes, 21.94 seconds is Leslie Hagerman. And coming in third with a time of 47 minutes and just a shade over that with .0054 seconds is Drew Howard. For the gentlemen in the 50 to 59-year-old age bracket, there you go. Coming in first is 57-year-old Blaine Huerman, with a time of 36 minutes, 9 seconds. For ladies in the 50 to 59-year-old age bracket, coming in first with a time of 30 minutes, 18.9 seconds, Deanna Daughtery. Coming in second with a time of 43 minutes, 21 seconds, Carla Tiefenthaler. And with a time of 45 minutes, 13.425 seconds, taking third, Tricia Conley. In the age bracket of 60 through 69, it's all in 5K. For the gentlemen, coming in first with a time of 42 minutes, 37.5 seconds is Dean Meyer. Coming in second with a time of 47 minutes, 34.975 seconds is Chris Conley. And coming in third with a time of 53 minutes and 57.6 seconds is Daryl Skiles. Terrible. For the gentlemen in the 60 to 69-year-old age bracket, coming in first with a time of 51 minutes, 24.037 seconds is Terry Phelps. Taking second, I'm sorry, this is in the ladies, excuse me, in the ladies. In the ladies also, coming in second was Angela Bates with a time of 51 minutes and 35 seconds. And taking third with a time of 53 minutes and 6 seconds is Jackie Sisko. And in the 70 to 79-year-old age bracket, coming in first for the gentlemen with a time of 25 minutes, 33 seconds, Robert Ibarra. And coming in second, a time of 37 minutes and 16 seconds, Bill Schuchart. And in the 80 and over for the ladies, coming in first with a time of 53 minutes, 34 seconds, Melba Selke.
Same process all over again. There, you got it.
All right, let's do the 10K. Finishing as the top male overall in the 10K with a time of 39 minutes, 58 seconds, Jordan Bosseler. Congratulations, Jordan. What do you got to say? What do you got to say about that, young lady?
You want to say nothing?
She's full of words. She's overwhelmed. For the ladies, the top female overall with a time of 57 minutes, 47 seconds, Laura Sims, or Sims. Congratulations, Laura Sims. For the gentlemen in the 20 to 29 age bracket, taking first with a time of 52 minutes, 34.94 seconds, Ivan Lysis. In the 30 to 39-year-old age bracket for the gentlemen, coming in first in that bracket in the 10K with a time of 45 minutes, 27 seconds, is Christopher Krall. Taking second with a time of 47 minutes, 22.46 seconds, Warren Ingersoll. And taking third with a time of 52 minutes, 58.9 seconds, Mark Howard. For the ladies in the 30 to 39-year-old age bracket with a time of 1 hour, 1 minute, 12 seconds, Terrence Scheidemantel. For the guys in the 40 to 49-year-old age bracket with a time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, 6 seconds, Jeremy Thomas. These are all first place winners here. And in the 40 to 49-year-old bracket for the ladies, taking in 1 hour and 1 minute, 13 seconds, was Christy Demon. And for the gentlemen in the 50 to 59-year-old age bracket, with a time of 56 minutes, 8 seconds, coming in first is Don Seacrest. And taking second with a time of 56 minutes and 9 seconds is Anthony Houston. For the ladies in the 50 to 59-year-old age bracket, with a time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, 9 seconds, coming in first, Melissa Martinez. And for the 60 to 69-year-old age bracket for the gentlemen, taking first with a time of 51 minutes, 31 seconds, Jim McDermott. Congratulations to all those who were given awards and enjoyed the 5K, the 10K, part of this first annual 5K, 10K held here in Salem. We want to thank the Salem Running Club. We want to thank all the sponsors that made it possible, Salem Police Department, everybody involved making it happen. We want to thank Split Second Timing. Adam and Andrew have done a great job with that, providing us with results here. I want to thank Miss Salem. You want to say hi again?
I don't know.
Okay, that's good. Okay. I want to thank everybody involved that made it possible. I want to remind everybody there's a color run right down the street starting in about 40 minutes. About 40 minutes. You're more than welcome to enjoy that as well. For the 5K and 10K. Again, our appreciation to Sean Bowler, Jack, and Lindsay Case, and David Hancock, all the workers that have made this possible and allowed us to be here. And again, our big thanks goes to the Denton County Tourism Tax Commission for allowing us to stream this live on KSMOradio.com, on our KSMO Stream Facebook page, as well as on YouTube. So that being said, we're going to wrap things up and hope you enjoyed our broadcast, and we look forward to doing it again. Have a great day and good afternoon, actually good morning from downtown Salem.